The more you try to stop thinking about it, the more you think about it. Don't think about that pink elephant. You're thinking about it right now. Your brain doesn't respond to force. It doesn't take orders very well. And every time you tell yourself to just let go, the thought grips even tighter. And there's a reason for that. Your brain isn't broken. It isn't weak. It's running a program that made sense at one time. The program is designed to protect you, but now it won't shut off. And the harder you push, the louder it gets. Today, I'm going to show you what's actually happening when your mind won't stop and how to finally break the loop. I'm Dr. Amirah Hall, and some time ago I had a client who described her mind like a courtroom, and she was always on trial, replaying the evidence, building cases against herself, cross-examining every decision she ever made. She couldn't enjoy a compliment because her brain was immediately searching for that hidden criticism. She couldn't celebrate success because her mind was fast-forwarding to everything that could still go wrong. She was exhausted, not from her life, from her thoughts about her life. And when she came to me, she had tried meditation apps, she tried distraction, she tried telling herself to just think positive. But none of it worked because she was trying to solve that loop from inside the loop, and that never works. So here's what's happening in your brain when you can't stop overthinking. There's a network called the default mode network, the DMN. It activates when you're not focused on the external world, when you're daydreaming, reflecting, thinking about yourself in healthy amounts. This is useful and it helps you process these experiences, plan for the future, understand yourself. But in people who ruminate, that DMN becomes overactive and it gets stuck on that on position. A 2015 study from Stanford found that people with depression showed hyperactivity in the DMN. Their brains couldn't switch off self-referential thinking. And here's the key. The more you ruminate, the stronger those neural pathways become. Your brain literally gets better at overthinking, and it becomes the default mode, the path of least resistance. You're not choosing to ruminate. Your brain is running this pattern it's been practicing for years. The brain isn't the source. It's the filter. Rumination isn't just a brain glitch. It's a signal. Underneath those looping thoughts, there's an energy that hasn't moved, emotion that hasn't been felt, something unresolved that keeps knocking on the door. Your brain is trying to solve something that can't be solved with thinking. And that's why the loops never end. You think if you just analyze it one more time, you'll find the answer. You'll find peace. But the answer isn't in your head. It's in your body. It's in your energy system, in the feeling you've been avoiding by staying in that story. Rumination is often a sophisticated form of avoidance. The mind stays busy so you don't have to feel what's underneath. And the cost is enormous. Chronic rumination is linked to anxiety and depression. And it weakens your immune system. It disrupts your sleep. It impairs your ability to actively solve problems. Studies show that ruminators take longer to recover from stress. Their cortisol stays elevated. Their bodies stay in a threat mode. And energetically, rumination keeps you locked into a very low frequency. Fear and worry, regret. You can't create from that place. You can't connect from that place. You can't heal from that place. The thoughts feel productive, like you're working on something, but you're just spinning, burning energy, going nowhere. So how do you break the pattern? So the first technique I want to share is name the loop. When you notice yourself spiraling, don't try to stop it. Don't fight it. Just name it. Oh, there's that courtroom battle again. I'm doing the thing where I replay those conversations. That's the failure loop. Give it a name, something specific to you. And here's why this works. Naming activates the prefrontal cortex, and it creates distance. You shift from being in the thought to observing the thought. The observation changes everything. You're no longer fused with the loop. You're watching it. And from that place, you have a choice. The second technique, the 5 senses, rumination pulls you out of the present, into the past, into the future, into scenarios that may never happen. Your body is always in the now. Your mind almost never is. And when you notice that loop, come back to your 5 senses. 5 things that you can see, 4 things that you can hear, 3 things that you can feel, 2 things you can smell, and 1 thing you can taste. This isn't distraction, it's redirection. You're bringing your energy back into the present moment, back into your body, back into the now. And the loop can't survive in the present. It only lives in time. And the third technique, this is the deeper work. Feel what's underneath. And next time you catch yourself ruminating, pause. Put your hand on your chest and ask yourself, what am I actually feeling right now? Not the story, not the narrative, that raw sensation. Maybe you feel a tightness or a heaviness, heat, pressure. Where is it in your body? What does that feel like? And stay with it. Breathe into it. Let it be there without needing to fix it. This is what rumination was protecting you from, this feeling, this discomfort. And when you let yourself feel it, even for just 30 seconds, you give that energy somewhere to go. The loop loses its purpose and it begins to collapse and dissolve. And the fourth technique I want to share with you is get out of your head. When the thoughts won't stop, write them down, messy, unfiltered, not to solve anything, just to release. I have a whole video on journaling and how it changes your brain, and I'll link that for you in the description. If you haven't seen it, watch it right after this one. But the core principle is simple. The loop has power when it stays inside. On paper, it loses its grip, and you can see it for what it is, just thoughts, not truth, and writing moves that energy. Emotion is energy in motion. And when you give it somewhere to go, it stops circling. You're not analyzing. You're not editing. You're just letting the pressure out. And often, once it's on the page, your brain finally lets go because the thought has been heard. It doesn't need to keep knocking on the door. So rumination isn't your enemy. It's a signal. It's your system saying something needs attention. Something hasn't been felt. Something is unresolved. And when you fight the loop, you strengthen it. When you try to force your brain to stop, it resists. And when you step back, name what's happening. Ground into your body and feel what's underneath and let the thoughts out into paper. Everything shifts. You're not fixing your brain. You're changing the signal your brain receives. The DMN calms down. The pathways weaken. New patterns become possible. Not overnight, but with practice. You trained your brain to ruminate and you can train it to release. So here's what I want you to do tonight. When you lie down, if the loop starts, don't fight it. Put your hand on your chest and name the loop. Then ask yourself, what am I actually feeling underneath this? Stay with it for just 1 minute, just one, and notice what happens. Go ahead and tell me what you named your loop. I want to hear from you because sometimes writing it down takes the power away. And if this helped you see that you're overthinking differently, make sure you subscribe because I've got a whole lot more videos coming on how your brain and your energy work together and how you can finally find the peace that's been waiting underneath all that noise. So I'll look forward to seeing you on the next one.